Okay, so this is another question from I don't know his name, but he writes or send me the message from Akwanga here in Nigeria. So it reads, I recently serviced my Peugeot 307. His Peugeot 307 has a TU5 JP4 1.6 liter petrol engine. I've done, I think I've responded to about 2 or 3 videos for him. So he said, I recently serviced my Peugeot 207 with 5 liters of total engine oil. Today I started seeing a yellow shape, rectangular shaped yellow light. Hold on, trying to check something. Okay. All right. So today I started seeing a rectangular shaped yellow light on my dashboard and a message on my screen that I should check oil level. What could be the problem? There is no leakage anywhere. I also used to see low oil pressure message. Huh, that's not good. Talking about the warning. Trust me, you should be more concerned about that warning than um, uh, both are probably the same anyway. Talking about the warning showing you oil pressure insufficient, blah blah blah. That should be more concerned. That should be hold on guys, something I'm trying to check here. Trying to respond to something. Okay, so why would you, for a start, why would you empty 5 liters of engine oil on a TU5 JP4 engine? I mean, seriously, what? I don't know. 5 liters. The reason why I'm saying that is, as far as Peugeot is concerned, that your engine takes only about 3 liters of engine oil. Not 4, 3 liters. So if it takes 3 liters of engine oil, and he said, because he didn't say, oh, you bought a 5 liter container of oil and use this, or you just bought, but you said you service with 5 liters of total oil. So are you saying you emptied the 5 liter inside that engine that is supposed to take 3 liters? So the additional 2 liters, did you check to know if your oil dipstick is actually overgauged? Unless what you didn't mean that you emptied the 5 liters. Because I don't know what could be giving you this warning. It could be because the oil level is too high. So it started giving you uh, oil pressure insufficient or low oil pressure insufficient message or something or warning. And now you started getting the yellow light. So I wouldn't know if that's where the problem is, unless you actually did not empty the 5 liters of oil into that engine, as long as it's that 1.6 liter TU5 JP4. Please, 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 you should not go beyond, let's say 3 liter, but at least, whatever you do, don't go beyond 3.5 liters. Don't. Not to think of 5. Damn it. So, well, I mean, the technician, I think the best course of action is to scan the engine ECU to see why that thing is coming up. Also, scan I don't think it's the PSI has anything to do with it. Scan the engine ECU. Find out why are you getting that oil pressure message, oil low pressure message. I mean, you should be concerned. because it's possible your oil pump has become weak due to excess oil or lack of oil or just dying naturally or wearing out. But or could also be as a result of fake oil filter. But if you are sure the oil filter you are using before now and the current one there have been good, then it's probably the handling of the engine. I mean, that oil low pressure or oil level insufficient. Honestly, sometimes when it comes up, as if the person will just start looking for another engine. But however, I do know there are cases where electrical could be the cause, like the oil uh, pressure sensor. Uh, there are about two of them. One is the level sensor or switch, while the other one is the pressure sensor switch. Either pressure sensor, temperature, no, pressure switch. The pressure switch is the one that's usually or commonly attached beside the oil filter. Usually is always attached or plugged in or screwed in around the oil filter. When you look outside, you always find it around there. While the oil level sensor, depending on engine model, can be far from the oil filter. Although the V6, like the ES engines, the two oil switches or sensors, both the level sensor and the pressure sensor, they're all beside each other. They are very close to the oil filter. So, like I said, it depends on the engine. So I wouldn't know which one that is supposed to be giving you that one, if it's actually electrical, is the oil pressure sensor. So find out first if it's connected. Now the oil pressure sensor, is it oil pressure or oil temperature sensor? I really forgot the mission. Okay, let's just call it oil pressure sensor. That one has only one wire on the plug or the connector, only one wire. While the oil level sensor, that's if your engine has that one. Not all the engine comes with that oil level sensor. So the oil level sensor, that one, no, I think they all do. Except that I think they all come with that oil level sensor. Except that they won't actually show on the instrument panel your oil level. So um I think I'm talking about modern engines now. Modern Peugeot engines, they all come with that oil level sensor, I think, by standard, unless some don't. So that one, it has come with only one. Just look around the oil filter. If you see any sensor there that has only one wire, that's the oil level sensor, oil pressure switch or sensor. Then if I want maybe around the oil sump or oil pan with about 3 wires or so, then that should be the oil level sensor. So the one that usually give that one is the oil pressure sensor. However, I've also seen where um, the oil level sensor was disconnected and it started showing that warning intermittently, not permanently. So from the observation that two of them are actually interconnected somehow. So the disconnecting of one affects the other. So it depends on the system. So first of all, check the electrical, check the switches. That might even be the cause. If those sensors are well connected, even if they're not there, maybe you could look for another switch or sensor, the oil pressure sensor, the one with one plug. Change it, put another one, see what happens. See if the one goes away. At least confirm the one that is working. If you change it and it's still popping up, at least before you even do that, you're supposed to, if I were you, if actually you empty the 5 liters of oil in that TU5 JP4 engine, what I'll do, drain the entire oil completely. Then you measure 3 liters. I know you might say, but you gauge it now, it's normal. The problem is most of you always think that maximum mark, that mark on top is the normal mark. No, that it means maximum. not normal. It's maximum. Don't go. It means this is the top. As in, don't go beyond this. So whatever you see, the ideal thing is let the oil level be lower than that maximum mark. It's even safe to be in the middle, but what I usually do is just a little bit under the maximum, but not too close to the minimal level. So those two marks, let the oil level be at least in between the two or a little bit under the maximum. So drain everything, measure 3 liters, pour in, and then gauge. If you still need to touch, just a little. That's what I'll do. So um, the rectangular shape, I know Peugeot 307 does that. That rectangular thing, as if once there's any issue or something, it pops up. So unless so some of them do have some stuff drawn inside it, some just rectangle. So just look for PP2000 and scan the engine ECU to see what it's showing you there. If you do all these tests, change the sensors, the oil pressure sensor, confirm that the oil level sensor is connected, confirm that the oil filter, engine oil filter is good, confirm that the oil level is okay, and this one is still popping up. Just start working towards another engine. You might try and change the oil pump, maybe it will go away. Otherwise, eventually, if it comes out, you have to change the engine. Remember, you said the fuel consumption. Now, let's go back to the earlier video I did for you. The question you sent that you've not, since you own the car or something, you've never done more than 22 miles per gallon. So it's possible because your engine is weak already. So no matter what you do, the consumption cannot get to at least close to factory claim. So yeah, weak engine will never consume fuel as good as a good one. It will always consume higher. So it's possible your engine is getting weak already, or maybe not. So do all those things. And when you eventually get, if eventually that you have to get another engine, when you do, start from day one to prevent that engine from failing prematurely. For example, TU5JP for Yafia in Nigeria, use was 9,000 5W40, total was 9,000 5W40, or any total or any 5W40 that has the Peugeot oil certification, which is PSA B712296. PSA B712296, or you could see Peugeot Citroën B712296. That is the oil certification. Just look at the back on the container of the oil, container. The instruction or the sticker at the back of the oil container. Look at that. Look for any 5W40 you see to know if it has that Peugeot, or if Peugeot is one of the car manufacturer that approved that oil. If they did, check the code attached or written close to that Peugeot name. If it's B712296, then you can use it for your engine. If it's not done, then of course for 7,000 is commended for it, but I just don't like that. For 7,000 is selling in Nigeria, which is 15W50. Use 10W40. There's another 10W40 recommended with the Peugeot code, which is B712300. It's available in Nigeria, liquid money. Go and buy. If you are interested in for 7,000, go and buy that one. I prefer it until Total decide to start selling their own for 7,000 10W40 in Nigeria, not the 15W50. Hey, but if that's what you want, I can't stop you. But there's one Peugeot approved, which is equivalent to the total 10W40 for 7,000 being sold in Europe. So go and get that one. It's liquid moly. 10W40 moly gel. Just check the container, you see it's written there. B71222300. It's a new product of the brand moly gel. If you don't like it, well, but what I'm saying is try to prevent it from failing again. Also do other things like um, make sure the car has a thermostat. Make sure your fan works automatically. Make sure you don't waste a cold engine when your engine is still cold. That's one thing a lot of Nigerians are victim of. Not victims, don't call them victims, perpetuating, guilty of. Every morning they start the car, the next thing they push the throttle to the floor. Come on. Seriously, come on. Do you even need that thing to tell you you are killing your engine? Engine that is still cold, oil is still cold, the friction is still going on inside your engine a little. You are running your crankshaft on metal to metal, including your camshaft, without allowing the oil to actually circulate and warm up and do the lubricating work. Even when they set their car in motion, they will want to push the RPM to the red zone while they are still in the street. Yet the engine, everything, the oil temperature, the coolant, everything is still within zero. So don't do all those things to kill your engine. There could be other things I'm not that I can't remember now that can actually reduce your engine lifespan drastically. But at least these key ones I mentioned, keep to it. Okay, that's all for this video. That's the stop sign.